So today I want to talk about survivalists, escapists, and the rapture. There are not many topics in the Bible that cause so much controversy as the rapture does. Some people believe in it, some people don't. From those who believe that the rapture is a real event that will be fulfilled literally, and I belong to that group, many positions exist within that group. The rapture might happen before the tribulation, during, or after. I personally believe that the rapture will occur before the Great Tribulation, also known as the time of Jacob's trouble, leaving behind all those who have not yet placed their trust in the atoning death of Yeshua, the Messiah, for their sins. So, on the spectrum of end times events, we find many markers representing doctrinal positions. At each end of that spectrum, we find groups that I will identify in this broadcast as the survivalists and the escapists. So let's talk about the survivalists for a moment. The survivalists, that we can also call preppers, are a group of people convinced that mankind will go through the Great Tribulation and suffer greatly. They are right that the tribulation will be a horrible, bloody carnage. They believe that it will include unbelievers and believers together for 7 years of unprecedented turmoil and persecution, resulting in the greatest death toll of all human history. Preppers prepare. They buy food, supplies, weapons, ammo, and some even build remote bunkers hoping to put all the odds in their favor for surviving the tribulation. Preppers also have a tendency to succumb to the latest conspiracy theory. On the mind of most preppers is the inevitable end of the world that must be avoided at all costs. Now, am I saying that believers should trust the Lord in all things and not prepare for difficult times? Absolutely not. In fact, the Bible advises us to prepare and be ready in many different ways. We need to be ready for Messiah, as we see in Matthew 24:44. Therefore, you also must be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect. We need to be watchful and strong. 1 Corinthians 16:13. Be watchful, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong, let all that you do be done in love. We also need to prepare supplies of food. Proverbs 28:19 through 20. Whoever works his land will have plenty of bread, but he who follows worthless pursuits will have plenty of poverty. A faithful man will abound with blessings, but whoever hastens to be rich will not go unpunished. And Proverbs 20 verse 4. The sluggard does not plow in the autumn. He will seek at harvest and have nothing. But we also need to prepare with faith. Hebrews 11:7. By faith Noah, being warned by God concerning events as yet unseen, in reverent fear constructed an ark for the saving of his household. By this he condemned the world and became an heir of the righteousness that comes by faith. Now, what I am saying is that our preparedness should not consume us to the point that we are ignoring other aspects of life. Preparing is good and necessary. We need to prepare for the future, and to an extent we also need to prepare for the unknown and the unexpected, whatever that might be. But I find many preppers being so obsessed with stocking up supplies in anticipation of doomsday that they completely miss their many opportunities to be witnesses of the love and compassion of Yeshua the Messiah for the lost. Now, God provides and protects His children. He does it directly through circumstances and indirectly through people. So, we need to be wise about preparing for the future, using common sense mixed with wisdom and discernment. We must not succumb to the temptation of overstocking and over-preparing. This is not the way to go. Satan loves to keep people busy with whatever people deem necessary. And in the meantime, nobody is sharing the good news. Some even think that they are smack in the center of God's will by over-prepping for the end. A balance needs to be achieved here. We have to look at both sides. Now, on the other side of the same spectrum, we find the escapists. Now, who are these people? Escapists are people who believe in a pre-tribulational rapture, like I do. But they are fixated on the imminent departure more than anything else. They believe that the rapture will occur prior to the Great Tribulation and that they hold their ticket and reservation for the ultimate ride upward. I do believe it will take place before the tribulation. But escapists look forward to the rapture and are often heard pleading for Yeshua to come now and snatch away the believers immediately. Escapists are not only rapture ready, but they're also rapture anxious. They are chomping at the bit for the rapture to take place. This reminds me of a pet peeve of mine. It really rubs me the wrong way when I hear people use the word Maranatha all the time. I have nothing against this beautiful Aramaic word meaning the Lord is coming or come, O Lord. It's a beautiful word. I love it. But we shouldn't dismiss or ignore the beautiful hope that we have in Yeshua and his return. I get that. He will return as the Lion of Judah to rule the world from Jerusalem. And what a glorious day this will be. What troubles me is the many believers who constantly say Maranatha as they express their strong desire for Yeshua to return now. The question that usually comes to my mind when I hear this repeatedly is, are all the people you care about saved for you to be so anxious about Yeshua's return? When could such a question be answered in the affirmative without any doubt by anyone? Never. By the way, if you are enjoying this broadcast and are not subscribed yet, I invite you to subscribe and hit the bell and give us thumbs up. I find the escapist approach to be selfish. It is as if people are thinking, I'm saved, I'm in, and who cares about the others? Again, and as always, I do not wish to paint with broad strokes, but I am greatly concerned with the escapist mentality found across the body of Messiah. So, where is a healthy balance between the escapist and the survivalist? I believe it is found in the person who trusts the Lord day by day, moment by moment, as they also prepare with common sense for possible financial, physical, political, and spiritual difficulties. Planning is necessary. Prepping is overreacting. Trusting the Lord is critical to our spiritual health and growth, but blindly trusting God for all things without any planning is also irresponsible. See, we need to expect his return at any moment, because it can happen at any moment. But we also need to wisely prepare as if he will not return and rapture us immediately. Nowhere in the Bible does it mention that believers will not suffer prior to the rapture. So prepare, trust, obey, and anticipate his return. If we combine all that wisely, we will find plenty of time and opportunities to witness the good news to those who have no hope, so that when he indeed calls the believers to be raptured, more people will join us in his glorious departure. Until then, let's all gather in the center of that spectrum and get busy sharing with the lost until Yeshua returns. Be blessed.